I already gave him an ultimatum months and months ago, and his excuse was that, oh, there was COVID at the time, which is a completely reasonable excuse. Completely reasonable, but I never had a timeline on it. He literally could have waited till the borders were open again.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We recently put a video out showcasing a lot of lies and deceit from Zlaner. I did mention in that video there would be a part 2, and I'm telling you now, it is probably not what you were expecting. Who remembers Zlaner's proposition to me? And at the time there was COVID restrictions in play. Well, we're going to be getting into that today. So if you do enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up for me. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications. But let's just crack on with the video. Zlaner made a near impossible proposition to me way back in July 2021, asking me to fly out to Canada to sit in a controlled environment so I can play a game on this setup and he can play a game on this setup, and if he's able to drop a bomb, as he stated, that I would have to delete my YouTube channel. But unfortunately at the time there was COVID restrictions and I wasn't able to fly over. Those restrictions are no longer in play. And just to refresh your memory of what Zlaner's proposition was to me, we're going to run that through now.
With that said, I have a final proposition in this video. A final proposition towards BBB himself. If you really, truly believe that I am a hacker, then I totally expect you to oblige. I totally expect you to probably say yes to this. But again, I don't think that you think that. So, with that said, my proposition to BadBoy Beaman is that I will pay a flight for you to come to my hometown. We could set up an area, a controlled environment where you know what everything is going on. You could sit down at the PC. You can bring your film crew. I'll have my film crew, so the evidence lines up. Because we know you've manipulated stuff in the past. We're not going to allow that to take place. I'll make sure to have the footage, so our footage lines up. You can come here. You can sit down at my setup. You can use whatever you need to. Well, not here at my house, of course, but you know, we'll go somewhere in a controlled environment. Set it all up. You can use my setup. Play a game yourself if you need to. And then right after that, I'll hop on the same exact setup and drop a bomb right in front of your face. And when I do that, you have to delete your YouTube channel. That's the proposition. Come down, see it firsthand. When I prove to you, I think you already know that I am not hacking, but once I prove it to your face, I just need it to be out there so everyone knows this. Once I prove that to you, you have to delete your YouTube channel. That's it. That's all I ask.
That was the proposition, and he wanted me to delete my YouTube channel. I actually did a response video using the Government of Canada website. We went into detail to showcase the fact that it was impossible for me to fly over to Canada at the time. So how on earth was I able to fly over to Canada when their own Government of Canada website stated I was not able to do that? This felt like a perfect play from Zlaner at the time due to the fact that he made that offer when COVID-19 restrictions were in play in mass form. So this right here is from my response video originally, where it actually stated on the Government of Canada website that you couldn't travel because of the restrictions down to COVID. Somebody actually donated to Zlaner on the 20th of February 2022, which was just over a month ago, and they were asking whether or not Zlaner was going to be responding to me in some way. To which Zlaner went on a little bit of a rant, and he decided to mention the proposition that he'd already put out. He stated that there was no time limit on it. Let's run that clip through for you now.
Nick, thank you for the 300. You're going to shut up BBB soon? I'm just never going to reply to that rat again. He's not worth my time. He's not worth my fucking time, brother. I've already given my ample amount of evidence, more than enough evidence. I don't need to ever touch that person's name ever again, bro. Doesn't need to come out of my mouth. Nobody with any credibility in the scene at all. Nobody, not a single person. Not a single person, not Doc, not Timmy, not anyone in Optic, not anybody out there thinks anything is sus. Just this random fucking dude. Just this random person. That's it. There's a random dude that has also just completely manipulated, very easily, highly manipulated people with very low IQs into believing the same bullshit he is.
Yo, I see Ribs tweeting out for a high roller chow.
By manipulating clips and many other different scummy things. So there's no reason to even waste my time. I already gave him an ultimatum months and months ago, and his excuse was that, oh, there was COVID at the time, which is a completely reasonable excuse. Completely reasonable, but I never had a timeline on it. He literally could have waited till the borders were open again, which was like a month later, and he could have came, and he never did. You didn't hear, you didn't see him try to work around that. If he actually cared, he would have been like, yeah, I can't come right now, but I'll come as soon as the borders open. I was like, okay, cool, and he never did. Oh no, D, let's go peek. Let's go peek. I hear you on that. We should run.
So now you've heard Zlaner stating there was no time limit on that proposition. Here I am on the same website we used in the initial response video, which is Government of Canada, travel.gc.ca. Travel to Canada requirements for COVID-19 vaccinated travellers. Travellers are eligible to enter or return to Canada if they qualify as a fully vaccinated traveller. Check if you qualify as a fully vaccinated traveller. To qualify as a fully vaccinated traveller to Canada, you must have received at least 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccination accepted for travel, a mix of 2 accepted vaccines, or at least 1 dose of the Janssen, Johnson and Johnson vaccine. So just in that section there of how to qualify as a fully vaccinated traveller to Canada, the first line actually makes me qualified to travel, saying that I have to have received at least 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine accepted for travel. And I am. I've had 2 vaccines and I am accepted for travel. So let's run it back quickly. He's originally made an offer to fly me out to Canada to sit there in a controlled environment. I play a game, he plays a game, and if he's able to drop a bomb, I have to delete my YouTube channel. Now, although the consequences seem severe for me if he was able to prove he was legit, but he made that offer at a time where COVID restrictions were in play, to the point where I was unable to travel to Canada. And it has been proven recently in our last video of Zlaner saying that he lied to you, that this guy is more than happy to manipulate and deceive his viewers. I believe that this play at this time was actually one of those moments. I believe that he was more than happy to do the proposition at the time, way back in July 2021, because of the COVID restrictions, because they were in play, and he knew it would be impossible for me to travel. And his argument has been for a while that I didn't accept it, right? He's even stated in the clip that we showed in today's video that he understood the reason behind me not accepting it at the time, but he claimed that I should have been working around that and trying to find a way to go over there once the restrictions were removed, or as he stated, once the borders were open. And that clip was from a stream on the 20th of February 2022. So it's not like this is something that hasn't been spoken about for some time. It was actually spoken about just over a month ago by Zlaner himself, and he stated that there was no timeline. So the only question is Zlaner still going to stand by the proposition he put in play? Is he going to be willing to fly me and a camera crew out to Canada to sit in a controlled environment so that he can prove that he's never cheated and that he isn't a cheat? Because Zlaner, I am sat here accepting your proposition. Let's get it going. I'm more than happy to fly out to Canada now there are no restrictions in play. Guys, let's make some noise with this video. Get it shared out, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And if you do want to support this channel further, hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. But for now, it's time to see whether or not Zlaner's proposition was nothing but a bluff. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!